I got a theory, and go with me on this one. Go down this rabbit hole with me. I got a theory about Malika Andrews. She, well, like I said, she was the sideline reporter in the bubble. Okay, hear me out. It's shaky evidence for this theory, but let's just go down the rabbit hole with me. In the bubble, that was when COVID was alive and well, and they had finished most of the NBA season. COVID happened, then they had to cut the season short. They had to basically just end the season. But they were like, man, if we can't crown a champion for 2020, that's going to be a tragedy. So they said, you know what? We're going to do something. We're going to get everybody tested, and then we're going to quarantine them in a facility. We're going to call it the bubble. Once we get everybody in, nobody in. And once everybody's in, nobody out. Nobody comes in, nobody goes out. You can go out when your team get eliminated. But other than that, we are in this facility with these basketball courts and these essentially hotel rooms. Everybody just packed in there. 16 NBA teams, and the camera crew, and anybody who worked. It was no fans. It was basically anybody who works behind the scenes. Anybody who works behind the scenes. Now, these NBA players are locked and trapped in there. Okay? 2-3 months locked in there. A lot of y'all know, if you remember the reporting back then, some of the NBA players, they was trying to smuggle in some pussy. Okay? They was trying to smuggle in some pussy into the bubble because they couldn't leave, couldn't nobody come in. They was sneaking chicks in through the side door until they got caught. They got caught early on. So that was the situation. That was the situation. Nobody in, nobody out. Now, 2-3 months. Now, keep in mind, regular men like us regular guys, we can go on a 2-3 month drought and we'll be okay. It's rough, but we get through it. We soldier on forward, NBA players can't do that. They can't go on droughts like that. So they're stuck there at the bubble. Nobody there but old, the old sports writers and journalists, the cameraman and this or that, and the coaching staff and the trainers, and that's the only people that was there. The only hot piece of ass that was walking around there in the bubble was Malika Andrews. She was the hottest piece of ass, and really the only piece of ass in the whole goddamn bubble. 16 NBA teams, 15 people for a team. Everybody in that goddamn bubble was shooting they shot. Something vicious. They was pulling up from full court, pulling up from half court, shooting they shot. Everybody, wherever her room was at, you already know. The NBA players got to go 2-3 months without getting no ass, and Malika Andrews walking around there. They was gunning for her. That Malika Andrews could put a sexual harassment Me Too case on the whole goddamn NBA if she wanted to. On the whole goddamn NBA. She came out of that bubble like Denzel Washington at the end of Training Day. I put cases on all you niggas. Y'all be playing basketball at Pelican Bay when I'm done with y'all. Like, she came out of there like that. And so that's my theory as to why they just let her do what the hell she want to do. Gave her the job hosting not inside the NBA, but NBA Today. They just gave her that job. She talking shit to people. What they gonna do? What are they gonna do to Malika Andrews when she could bring the whole damn league down if she wanted to? She could bring the whole damn league down. Like, they was in there aggressively going at her. They was in that bubble aggressively going at her. Had to be. And I don't know this. I can't confirm this. Somebody told me that back during that time, there was some reports of, her, messing around with some players or whatever. But regardless, even if she gave LeBron some pussy, that's J.R. Smith and everybody else was still shooting a shot aggressively. So that's where I'm at with that one. That is my theory. She she would literally, like, if she told everything that happened in that bubble with all 16 of those teams and all those NBA players being forced to go on a 2-month drought, nobody in, nobody out, and ain't nobody in there but NBA players, a few reporters, cameramen, trainers, coaches. Those are the only people in there. The only thing in there was only hot piece of ass in there was Malika Andrews and like 160 NBA players. 160 to 1. She could put a sexual harassment case on the whole goddamn league. She could put a sexual, you saying if she did, it was consensual. Oh yeah. If she gave somebody some pussy in there, yeah, it was consensual. But that don't mean that don't stop the other damn near 200 guys from aggressively shooting a shot. All I'm saying, rather her claims are legitimate or not. Rather her claims are legitimate or not. She's stuck in a bubble, nobody in, nobody out. She can say she felt harassed. She could say she felt like they were, that they were doing something. She could fabricate. She can embellish a little bit. She could write a whole damn book called Surviving the Bubble. Like, that's why they can't say shit to her. That's why they can't say shit to her. That's my theory.